Hi, I'm Alison Safrit, and I'm going to do a quick bowl demo for you today. Starting with a lump of clay on the wheel, the first step is to center. That basically gets the clay in the very center of the wheel so it's not wonky. So pull it into like a pyramid shape. And then press it down to like a spaceship shape. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get it centered. It's one of the hardest parts of throwing, especially when you start using more and more clay. This is about 4 pounds of clay. So this will make a nice size serving bowl, super large cereal bowl. It's kind of the size we're working with here. So once it's centered, you can see it's pretty smooth as I turn it. Then I have to open up the center. So this right here will be the bottom edge of the bowl, and this is where I'll open the center, and that's how I know how wide the bowl is going to be from this measurement here. I can make it smaller or push it down and make it bigger. So using my thumbs, I go straight down into the piece, and then I measure with this needle tool to make sure that I have enough space at the bottom. I'm not going to go through it, so I'm going to go down a little bit more. There, once I have that measurement, then I just pull straight back towards my belly button, creating the opening of the bowl. So I start to use a sponge right here to press the clay back in to make sure it's nice and smooth. Yeah, so once I have that nice round curve at the bottom, everything's pressed in, the bottom's smooth, then I can press my rim. And then I'm ready to pull the sides up. So I put one hand in the inside, one on the outside. A lot of times I use my sponge so I don't gouge with my fingers. And it's called pulling, but really what I'm doing is just pushing my fingers together so it makes the clay rise up. As you can see, every time I pull the sides up, I can press my rim. Keeps it nice and smooth. So here we go again. This is going to be a bigger pull. And as the pot grows, the sides get thinner, more fragile, and then you have to be pretty delicate as you pull it up. So the goal is to get the clay the same width from the bottom of the pot all the way to the rim, and I can kind of feel that between my fingers. So a lot of it is just learning what that feels like. So one more pull, I pretty much have it. Feels pretty good. I'm liking the shape. And then I come in with this tool. It's called a metal rib, and it helps me shape the pot a little bit more. So I just kind of curve it a little bit and then run it on the outside as I press my fingers from the inside, creating a curve, or more of a curve. So this is when I really start forming the pot. And bowls are easy because the clay naturally wants to go out in the shape of a bowl, so I don't have to, do too much forming with it. And I have this is a wooden rib tool. It's dirty, but it's like a pretty cool shape. But I can use this to make my rim flare out if I want to. And I can do this with my hands, or I can use this tool, or there's a couple other tools that you can use to create that flare, which just opens the bowl up a little bit. Again, I'm coming back to my rim to make sure it stays nice and smooth and solid. And then this tool also has this little tiny, I don't know if you can see it, the light's not really, little tiny notch out of it, which is pretty cool. I can run that along this edge and just create another little design, another little design element in that rim. Then once I'm done with that, I take this tool. It's super, super silky when it's wet. It's a car chamois. Some of y'all may have used one. Just take that and rub it along the rim. The rim's super, super important. And it just makes it really, really silky and smooth and finishes the pot. Oops. And I take this wooden knife and put it along the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. I just cut along the bottom. There's a little bit of excess clay. And I can take that off now, or I can take it off later. I prefer to take it off now. So when I trim, it's not as much to trim off. So I'm cleaning it up, and then it also creates a little cut underneath the pot. So I can take my wire tool, barely see that, take my wire tool and cut the bottom of the pot off. So you can see I wrap it in my fingers and then press down onto the bat, which is what the pot's sitting on, and pull it towards me. And then that cuts the piece off the bat. And I might be able to lift this one up. Nope. Sometimes I can lift them up. But I will cut it and show you what it looks like. So I can't get to the very bottom, but you can see how it's pretty even from the bottom all the way to the rim. So that's the goal. That's how you throw a pot. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.